everybody, and welcome back to High Button Sports here as we get set for an Atlantic Knights game here in the Future Stars, I believe, Cup here, and we're at the RBC Center. It's game 2. I lost this morning against the Riptide for your hometown Atlantic Knights, but looking for some redemption here. Down the right side, Fusion head into the zone and quickly offside as Cranston went to chase. And now we will head back in and continue on as our first whistle has come and gone. That went to the line. Henneberry tries to shoot out. Henneberry rocking that new black helmet, the white helmet, a thing of the past for young Henneberry. Down the right side. Trying to get that puck out through the middle. Sent on in and steered aside. Henneberry picks that up. Head up skating, looking for that pass. Gets it over nicely to Weir. Knocked off a Weir stick in here down low. Jumping back up into the zone down the left side. Fusion pick it up and a bit of a collision there. Grabbed by Cranston. Stick handled. And now Abbott shoots it in. Abbott, who is missing from the Montreal meltdown, is now here, ready to go for the local tournament. Down the right side, pulled back around. Trying to knock it off the stick. Pushed off the stick to Hickey. Hickey down the left. Hickey entering into the skates. Loveless works that over, left side shot, and a quick one there on the Fusion goaltender and tested early. Has a nice little shot there from the right side, or from the left side. Heads into the glove, and we'll have a whistle here. Team looking to bounce back, like I said. A loss towards the Riptide earlier this morning in game 1. Spun around. Down low into the left side corner. Stick handle now, trying to center. Grab now, jumping over the stick, poked back in the other way. Here comes Loveless. Shot off in towards the middle. Fusion pick that off, and now down the right side they come. Stick handling into the zone. Looking for a sharp angle, that one off the blocker. Bounce back to Loveless, Hill one touch. Back up to Hickey. Hickey's advancing through the middle, trying to put some pressure on as that falls back and behind. Hickey down here in the right side corner, gets that back to Mullins on the line. Mullins wind up shot, low one over to the corner. Backhand, looking for it. Oh, and it snuck out below. Back down in behind, and Zhao going to work with Hickey. Down low, trying to jam in on the corner. Picked up by the Fusion. Nice lead pass, but misses the mark. Had the look there. Jollymore now circling back with one guy on his back. He'll hold off. Jollymore down the right side. Stayed up down low, cut off along that end wall. Back off in the corner. Played in around, it's skated after. And a hit laid there. Oh, and a retaliation hit. So they were headed to the power play for a brief moment. And they're going to leave it. They're not going to call that second one. So, no, they are calling the second one for Henneberry. Yeah, all right, so retaliation there. And that'll be canceled out. So we're going to have to hold off for our first power play. Along the right side, chop that. Played back in behind. Rogerson gonna just jump on that. He's seeing his first action of the weekend as earlier today, I believe Murphy. I've only done a couple games, so pardon me if I don't fully remember, but I believe Murphy was in net as the other goaltender. Shot in there, and the initial save sent off to the corner for Zhao. Dow in behind. Left side led ahead. Bounce pass on the board. Skied it up and caught after.
Future penalty, number 5. Luke Pearson, 2 minutes for roughing. Time of penalty, 8 minutes and 55 seconds in the first period. That's Pearson for roughing at 8 minutes and 55 seconds. Next penalty is number 29, Davis Henneberry, 2 minutes for roughing. Time of penalty, 8 minutes and 55 seconds in the first period. It's Henneberry for roughing at 8 minutes and 55 seconds.
Played back over on the wall. Gonna try to chop down at that. Fusion, pick it up and shoot it down low. Mullins skating after it. Mullins on the wall, gets it to Weir. Back in behind, puck played to center. Picked up. Trying to center into the left side again, grabbed. Trying to get it up to Cranston. Cranston there near center. In behind. Cranston up the wall to Weir. Jollymore skating after it. Left side. Bounced out. Shot back in along the end wall. Mullins picking it up. Plays that over to Weir. Led ahead. Mullins knocked into him. Fusion picked that up in behind and tried to get it over to Abbott. Abbott with the stick. Played down lower about halfway through our first period. Grab now. On the back end they come. Into the offensive zone. A couple of stop-up plays. Jollymore going to be all over that, however. Advanced in ahead. Left side, far shot. That one's going to be steered away. Back over on the wall. Thorne's going to have to skate after it. Thorne up to Loveless. Loveless tries to put it through the legs, swept on. Ooh, knocked over there in front. Loveless now shot in. And with under 6 to go, we'll have a whistle. Swept back and around, left side. Trying to steer that up ahead. Into the zone they come. Spinning around and now left side poked up ahead. Atlantic Knights doing a good job keeping it out of their end when it gets there, and that one's scooped and covered. Poked by. Knights pick that up. Get it over to Weir. Weir's picking it up. Down the right side. Trying to center it. That pass just picked off at the last second. Weir fighting hard in the corner. Cranston in with him as well. We'll get the third man in and all the forwards in there trying to work off that wall. This is a Mullins. Mullins shoots it. Abbott poked back to the line, riding up and sent in low. Fusion circle back on that one in the zone. Throw it the middle, knocked off. Stick handle now, and Knights continuing to hold center nicely. Hold the wall, I guess we could say, referring to the Knights. And grabbed him behind. Reminds me of Game of Thrones. Always talking about that wall in Game of Thrones. Up through the left side, that one We worked back into Cranston. He'll leave it for his D-man Mullins. Mullins at the circle back. Big number 3 out there. Hard pass that jumps over some sticks, but gets a piece of them, so there'll be no icing. Picked up down low. Knights still looking for their first one here, and player down in the corner there for the Knights. We're going to keep an eye, as now Hickey will get called for the penalty, and the Fusion will be going to the man advantage over to the right side. Fanned on. Down low to Jollymore. He'll touch it up. Face off coming. One back to the line. That one's played over to the right side. Stick handling it down into the zone, trying to center it back. Held on to, quickly kicked aside. Jollymore now with it. He'll wind up for a big slapper trying to clear the zone. Gets by on the right side and now picked up by Zal. Zal touching it for the first time this game, and he'll get taken out. And that will send the arm up. And with 1:29 on that initial penalty to Hickey, they'll become 4-on-4. 3:23 to go in the first. It remains 0-0. Back there on the left side, shot in. Tried to poke at it. We'll have to steer him away. Grabbed here on the right side. Played down low and behind. It's picked up down to Zal. Zal from the left side. He stick handles, cuts out Fred's shot. That one somehow stayed out and jumped on. And I am shocked we didn't see more from that. As that was a great save, and Zal cut into the middle, and he looks to have his offensive touch going here as we continue on in the tournament. I believe there'll be a game at 2:30 or 2:45 tomorrow. That'll be the last round robin, and then Saturday night is when the semifinals take place at 7. Here on the wing, Fusion gonna skate with it. Tries to poke it away, Mullins on it. Back in the zone and now offside. Whistled down, a little too overzealous there. .239 to go in the first. We'll come right outside the zone. Played back over, right side. Chipped off the stick there by Thorne. Picked up quickly into a shin pad. Back in behind Mullins. That puck fired out and will go the length of the ice. Quickly trying to step up on it. Fusion now, as the 4-on-4 continues for another 15 seconds, then it'll be 30 seconds of power play time, and it looks like there's too many men. They're not gonna get them. Fusion play that across over to the left side. Picking up speed. Held off. Shot in, and Rogerson all over that as he watches that one into the glove. 25 seconds here of man advantage time for the Knights. That one went ahead though, and Rogerson just gonna take care of business there again, jumping on it. Knocked down from behind. Our ref's arm doesn't go up, so we'll continue on. 10 seconds of power play time. It goes through Hickey's skates. There on the left side, played back to Henneberry. Over to Jollymore, who calls for it emphatically. Into the middle, knocked off the stick. Trying to pick up on it. Jollymore on the right side. He steers it down into the corner. The D-man picking up, trying to punch it in front. Cranston's going to come back and cover for his buddy. And then they cut it off along the half wall. Back over now in behind. Stop back to Cranston. He'll do a little spin. How you doing? Hey, hello. Back towards the middle. Played off, and we're at even strength at this point, but the Knights hold the zone, still 0-0. Back to Jollymore. He plays that down the right side, tripped up into the middle. Off the skate down to Weir. Back to Hickey. Winds up, catches the shaft of the stick. Played across to Hickey again. Hickey with a nice move across. He'll get back up. Played it down the right side. Weir. Weir holding. Leaves it for Jollymore, but it's picked up through the middle. And they missed it. A breakaway by Fusion the other way. Saved by Rogerson. As he gets on top of it after a lapse there. We are trying to hand back to Jollymore. We're on the same page. And Rogerson jumps on that one, and with 4.1 to go, a late breakaway for the Fusion. Can't find the back of the net. Cranston in behind. Cranston will just shoot that out, and that'll take us to the end of the first. So 0-0 after one. Knights putting on a good show, but we're still tied. We'll be back shortly. All right, back here for the start of the second. 5:35 Atlantic Daylight Time. 5:35. 12 minutes on the clock here in the second period as we work through. Knights trying to get their first win of the tournament here. Played back in behind. Lovelace tries to catch up to it, gets it there in the corner. Stick handle is set back around. Grabbed by McKenzie. Fusion circle back. Up to McKenzie again. Tipped off shot. That one pulled in through the middle. Mullins gonna catch up to it. Mullins, the D-man. He'll hold on as long as possible. Plays that over to Lovelace. Hits the skate and a bit of a knockoff. Back into the zone they come, hits a shin pad. Lead ahead pass. Grabbed now by Thorne. Thorne Down the right side. Shot, scores! Thorne finds the sharp angle, puts it home, and the goalie not happy. I think maybe he thought the net was off, but with 11 minutes flat left in the second period, we'll have our first goal, and the Knights will lead here. And a great individual effort down the right side by Thorne, and finds the back of the net somehow. We'll head back to center, and the Knights now working with a lead here early in the second. Shoots that back, splits a D. Oh, Rogerson took his eye off the puck for a moment. Up the left side, it's cut off. Trying to skate back in at it. Down to Cranston, right side. He'll try to catch up. Fusion circle back. Up along the wall, shot in. Rebound over to the right side for Jollymore. That one over to Abbott now. Abbott hands it off to Cranston. He'll get to it late, shot on, and gloved away by the Fusion goaltender, and we'll have a whistle here. 43 seconds after our first goal of the game. Another good chance there for the Knights. Over to Weir. Weir, a low shot. That one steered away. Weir now back to McKenzie. Shot on. Tipped off in front. Trying to stay on it. Right side hits the post. Chopped at. D-man for Fusion goes flying into the net to try to keep it out. Someone got enough of it. Back along the wall, led ahead. Over to Mullins. Picked up there and worked into the zone here as we approach halfway through our game. Poked at. Weir grabs. Lifted up. McKinnon shoots it in, steered aside in a hurry. Picked up by Fusion. They'll play it back in behind the net. Worked it over there on the right side. Played in around. Right side shot, hits a shin pad there at Henneberry. It's weird seeing him out there without the white helmet. I've probably done about 60 of Henneberry's games this year collectively with Shabukto and the Atlantic Knights and the Nova Scotia Prospects, and this is the first time he hasn't had that white on the noggin. Whoa, and a little jump move around, cuts off to the middle, and a good attempt there. You don't see that every day in hockey games. They're trying to ollie a skateboard. In behind, it's chopped at. Chopped in front again, and that one worked off on the wall. Played in behind. Over to Thorne. Thorne shoots it back to the right side. Jollymore holds it, passes over to Hickey. Hickey then bobs and shakes to the middle, hands off to the right side, steered down low. Abbott. Up the wall now, hustled after. Picked up by McKenzie. Retrieved now over to Lovelace. Picked up now Lovelace. Down the right side. Hustling. Hustling hard. Shot. Worked off into the corner. Zhao. They chip away at it. Fusion doing a good job of not letting too many chances, but even fewer offensive chances for them. That's where they're running into the real problems. It still remains 1-0 here as we're, like I said, about a minute away from halfway through this game. Zhao down the left side. Drop back to Cranston. Cranston circling in. Cranston tries to pass off. Back in behind, Cranston still has it. He'll step out in front and fires one. Covered up. And a good pull around hard shot there as 5:41. The sun is shining. It's sunny. It's a Friday night here in Dartmouth. All of HRM bumping. I'm sure there'll be some young and older, I suppose, men and women out there picking up a couple drinks tonight, maybe on the patio. Is patio season officially on? That one shot in and scores. And a beauty to make it 2-0 as he whoops up to us and celebrates. Abbott fire that one home with conviction. That'll be 2-0, so Knights circling there for a while, and they've got 2 in the last 6 minutes. That's what I like to see out of young Cranston there as well. Cranston, one of the players who's definitely figured out, or is starting to really figure out the offensive side of the game, but one of the guys who looks equally as happy when his teammate or his line mate scores, and that one's sent in. Cranston looking for a rebound, and they score again. Just as I was saying that, and now it'll be 3-0. Cranston and Abbott look like they're having some fun out there playing together. Hustle to the net. And a big one there to strengthen that lead. And the gap now at 3 with exactly half the game done. Over on the right side. Bounce back in behind, McKenzie chasing. Picks it up and a funny bounce there. Played off that side wall. Chased after, right side glass. Comes up. Picked up and dished across. In ahead McKenzie. Shot, blockered away. Weir now with it. Back to Mullins. Abbott from Cranston on that goal they just announced. I don't know if that's the first or the second one they scored there real quick. But that one's sent down. It'll be an icing with 5:51. We'll head back in the other way. Thank you for tuning in once again on High Button Sports here. We're live streaming for the first time through the Atlantic Knights YouTube channel. So I have to imagine from here on out the Atlantic Knights YouTube channel will be the home of the content for the Atlantic Knights, but remember, it is streamed through High Button Sports. My name's Jeff Warburton, been here all year long with this Atlantic Knights team. Worked over to Loveless. Loveless picks it up and rockets it in along those end boards. Thorne grabbing. Thorne back to Loveless. Back to Hedeberry. Loveless touches out with a high stick. Thorne's gonna touch it up anyway. And he'll take the whistle. Cranston on that last one, so 2 goals there by Abbott in quick succession, both assisted by Cranston. Played off into the corner. They'll skate for it. Head back in the other way. 5:18 to go here in the second as we roll right along. Like I said, tomorrow I think it's 2:30 for our first one. And then it's 7 if they make it to the semifinals, and then the next morning, I think around 12 of the finals out in St. Margaret's Bay. And ahead to Hickey. Knocked off there to the corner. Fusion stick handling, turned over to Hickey. Hickey grabs it, tries to find some open room. Catches a player in the shin. I would have said shin pad, but the way he looked down, looks like it caught some skin. Back in behind for Mullins. Mullins now to Thorne. Thorne led ahead, and now Hickey's going to be going against an injured player here. Showing some heart down there. You got to respect that by the Fusion guy, and then he just took a hit there in the corner. And it's just a big old hodgepodge down low as try to free that puck out. Loveless comes out with it. Played back. Over to Mullins. Mullins shoots it, tipped around. Right side looking for a potential wraparound, holds off. Back to McKenzie. McKenzie down the wing. Fusion look, cut off. In ahead, played down low the right side. Towards the middle again, Loveless. Worked over to the right side now, in ahead. Atlantic Knights step in, low shot, and that one just stays out as goalie had some idea, but not the total idea where that one went, and 3:48 to go in the second. We'll have another whistle. Played back to Jollymore. In ahead, quick shot on, and how did that one stay out? Cranston catches up to it. There on the right side. Abbott looking for goal number 3. Zhao works off in the corner. Back in behind, and now shot off into the mesh, and it'll be whistled down. 3:18 to go in the second. One up ahead, Zhao gonna push in for it. Played back in behind Abbott. Into the corner, Jollymore head down, hustling. The D-man in low as Cranston comes back to cover. You gotta love to see that. Good heads up play by Cranston. It's gonna get by him. But at least they've got numbers heading back the other way to try to catch up to this one. And it'll go for an icing. 2:52 to go in the second. I guess it wasn't a nice thing as face-off now taking place down there. Off in the corner. Shot back out. That's going to go through the middle. Sent in low. Catches up to it. Picked up that puck in behind. And a player out there wearing number 31, and if I had to guess, he borrowed his goaltender's jersey because the backup goalie there on the bench has the red Fusion jersey, so we solved a little mystery there without even knowing there really was one. Down to the left side, let's see, you really don't see many D-man with number 31. That one picked up by Weir, and now Weir skating down the right side. Far angle shot, that one's shot, but quickly knocked away. Picked up now, into the right side, flicked in, misses some sticks. Try to catch up and poke at it. Back in behind, quick stick lift there, gets it back. McKinnon on it, he'll grab it. Back down low in the zone. Trying to play that ahead. Hickey gets a stick on it. And a good active stick there by McKinnon as it just worked right back into the zone. 90 seconds to go here in the second. Picked up and now hustling down. Fusion looking for a chance here late. Backhanded on, it's on the stick, and Rogerson gets a hold of it and covers it up, and then a little pushing and shoving after as the Jollymore penalty. 25 seconds left on it. Here on the right side now. Back to the line they come. Worked over, high shot, blocker down. Picked up and fired out. That one centering and now touched up and worked back. Fusion into the zone. Spun off. Back in behind. Held on to. Atlantic Knights playing a pretty clean game up until this point in terms of on the ice. They've got a couple penalties, but I mean, that one just on for Thorn. Looks close. That one worked in front. Backhand scores through the legs, and that looks to be Abbott's third as the Atlantic Knights hat worked onto the ice there. And Mullins pick it up. And we saw that happen in Montreal as well when I believe Cranston, one of the young guys, scored a hat trick. So that was the second time Billy Henneberry throws the hat out there. And I believe that'll be 4-0 here. As Abbott totally took over this period, and 3 goals in 1 period for him. And with 10 seconds to go, we're gonna near the end of the second, and the Atlantic Knights are in control. Played towards the middle, a nice return pass, but it's knocked off the center. It's received, but not cleanly, and a sharp angle shot there. And now 0.0. We'll head to the third period. All right, back here for the third period. 4-0 lead for your Atlantic Knights as they're in control of this one, trying to come away with the victory. Fusion still battling. Down the left side, Weir knocked off the last moment. Back in and backed off. Picked up now, quickly caught up to with a couple of stickless. In behind, Jollymore cuts back, fakes it. Now played over to the middle, McKinnon handed off to Weir. Weir going for another skate. Weir's really good at finding open room there on his wing. That's one thing I've noticed about that young player. Into the zone here on the right side, toe dragged around. Back over to Jollymore. Jollymore down low, no one really covering for him on the line. Weir sort of circling back there as they get 2 men back. They're just kind of jumbled in, but Jollymore not causing any reason for panic, and that one's shot into the middle. Worked off into the corner. Trying to center that one, didn't have enough mustard on it. In towards the middle. Played back to the blue line. Now picked up in the other way. 3-on-1 for Fusion. Mullins, the only man back, and he'll make the play. And nothing comes of the 3-on-1. And the Fusion can't get anything working here offensively. That one's sent down, and they're going to change off the Knights. Worked in behind. Played over to the right side, skated after. Gets it by Lovelace. Back in the zone there, Knights over to Hickey. Hickey down the right side, winds up. Oh, and a beautiful shot hits the post. That was legit. Played off and behind. Stick handle now down the left side. Won't get there, spun back around. Hickey steals it. Toe drags Hickey in front. Backhand save. Back to Mullins. Played off on those end boards. Knight now circling out in front. Backhanded on. Down low in the zone. Trying to get it freed up. Chopped that. Brought in ahead. Still keeping. Now back in behind. Hickey picks it up. Still moving. Left side, Hickey. Trying for that cut in front. Bounces off the end of the stick as it was jumped on and knocked off. Abbott, our main guy here today, shoots it down. Zal trying to catch up. Zal now works in the corner. Back to the line. Henneberry, low shot. That one wide. Into Jollymore. Jollymore centering. Knocked away. Abbott now with it. Abbott down the left side. He'll go for a skate. He's got Jollymore. Dishes it back to him. Jollymore, far shot. Glove down. Rebound in front. Backhand. Cut on. Rebound again. That one pushed into the corner as the Knights continue to work. Cranston now in behind. Cranston to Henneberry. He'll flick that off into the corner. Zhao now grabs it. Zhao to Abbott. Gets that through somehow over to the right side. Cranston was right there on the doorstep alone. Bounced off his stick. Cranston with some good stick handle though. Back to Henneberry. He steps in. Shot. That one goes just wide. Looking for a potential wraparound. The Knights going to work here. Abbott. This top line is putting in some good offensive zone pressure. Down to Cranston. Hits a skate. Led ahead. Lead pass received. Poking at it. Rogerson just gonna cover that up. 7:38 to go in the second. Pushed off onto the wall. Chopped by, and now they get it. Is McKinnon trying to center. Didn't get it, and now it'll be touched up offside. As McDonnell will get a stick on that. At 7:28 to go in the third. So we're halfway through our third frame here. Almost done here for the night. We'll be back at it tomorrow right here on the YouTube channel. Same rink. Worked in towards the middle. Over onto the right. Lead pass. Grab now. Off into the corner. We're now on it. Rogerson goes down, but he'll go back up. McDonnell in ahead, and they might have numbers. They get by the first D. Dished off. Knights have it. Backhand. Hits the glove and covered up. .658 to go here in the third. It'll be 4-0 as a dominant second period for the Knights, proving to be the difference in this one so far. McKinnon circles and shoots that down around. Grab there on the left side. Played back to the line. Now retrieved. Mullins gets it on the line. Mullins, nice shot in there, and that one had some gusto behind it, and Mullins will change up, but happy with what he just put there. There's 6:37 to go in the third. Continue on. Good bounce back game here for the Atlantic Knights after the loss this morning to the Riptide. I guess it wasn't this morning, earlier today I should say. Played over, Thorne. He'll toe drag around. Loveless on it. Back over to Thorne. Back to Loveless. In front, that one gets through some legs. Jollymore is going to try to step up on it. It's worked off onto the wall. Jollymore stays with him, plays it clean. And it's shot down. Fusion pick it up first, however, in the offensive zone. Worked a front shot on. Rogerson And he takes care of business, so 6:09 to go. That one's played to the line, blue line. Hits a skate shot in. Another save by Rogerson as that one, he was kind of moving over, and that one nicely done, covered up. As he's getting some action here late. 6 minutes flat left to go in the third. So we are exactly halfway through the third. Played over to Mullins. He cuts back to Abbott. Abbott on the right side, centered. Back around, and Fusion getting to that puck, not letting the Knights work with it, and that seems to be working out for them. Maybe a little too lazy getting to those pucks earlier in the game, which ended up coming back a little bit. That could be a theory. Back at it, bobbing and moving. Bobbing, shaking, moving, everything you can imagine there at the blue line. Picked up now, the Knights. They'll head down the right side. Trying to step up on it, 5:16. Abbott will chase it back. The 3-goal man. Shoots it into a shin pad. Now he's over on the left side. Cutting down. Lots of speed there, worked in front and just tipped by Cranston. Back to Jollymore. Jollymore shoots it, hits a stick. Now they're heading back the other way. Fusion just did a dump it though. D and C there on a potential breakaway. Jollymore in behind. Abbott now on it. Played back to Fusion. Up on the wall. Dished across, D to D. Cranston tries to play that puck. It's in towards the middle. He'll hold. Trying to beat some guys down along the left side. Jump back. Over now to Henneberry. Henneberry to Jollymore. Jollymore stick handles. Down the right side. 4 minutes to go. Over to Zhao. Zhao in towards the middle. Left side. Picked up. Back into the skates. Worked off. Picked up by Cranston as Cranston and Zhao, familiar players with each other. Play with that nicely. Now, picked up Cranston again. He's got Jollymore front. Don't know if he knew. Now he gets it over. Jollymore left side, worked in front, knocked off the stick. Back and behind down the right side. Into the corner, circle out. Still on it. Winds up and rifles that one off the glass. So he back to Henneberry. Spun around. Picked up off the bounce. Weir gets that up. McDonnell. Shot. Missing wide. 3 minutes to go now. Haven't seen too many whistles here in this third. Back down low. That one hits the side of the net. Over to Weir. Knocked off his stick. Fusion pick it up. Fusion down the left side they come. Lead pass. In behind. Knocked off the stick. Oh, and it was almost poked in by the D-man. Luckily for Rogerson, it stays out. Sent back around now with Mullins. Mullins over to Weir. McDonnell now. He falls. Played in behind, stick handled, 2:11 to go. Down through the middle, shot, rising. Mullins again. Works around to Hickey. Gets that by. Left side. Hustling it out once again. 1:49 to go. We haven't had a whistle here in about 3 minutes. Back in. Right side into the skates. Loveless. Thorne waited too long. Now they're just onside as Loveless held on. Into our final 90 seconds of play here. Hickey poked off his stick.
Go, Simon, go!
Hickey over to Thorne. Poked back. Up the right side, winds up. Back into Henneberry. In on the wall now, Hickey. Hickey works over Jollymore. Shot low, tipped it behind, and that one almost in the back of the net. Hickey thought he had it. 51 seconds to go. Fusion looking for a late one here. Into our final 40 seconds. Dished across, picked up, left side, dove at it. It's Jollymore. Comes back and gets the cover. Trying to help his goalie out there. In ahead, Abbott chasing. He'll be the first to it in the Fusion end. 26 seconds, worked in front. A couple of funny bounces. Down along the wing. In towards the middle, Abbott. Handed that off, 16 seconds, Zhao. Low shot there, tries to get rid of it. In ahead, Zhao gets it on the stick. Still with it, Fusion won't give up on it. 8 seconds to go, that'll be an offside. And with 7.2, this one will go the way of the Knights. Dropped in, 5 seconds to go. It'll be held onto, and the Atlantic Knights will get the victory as they come out to celebrate, and it'll be 1-1 on the tournament. Sent back in, and that'll do it for us here on High Button Sports as we finish up and 1-1. We'll see you tomorrow on this exact same rink. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll be uploading the raw footage from the game earlier. There will be no commentary or scoreboard on it, but if you want to see the game against the Riptide, you can do that, as the footage, like I said, will be there. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you